guys, ako si Ate Chantelle at welcome ulit sa panibagong content ng Just ML. So gaya ng utang ko sa inyo, pinangako ko sa inyo sa unang power ranking natin. Pwede nyo palang i-check by the way, power ranking of teams according to their performances sa mga off-season tournaments. So ngayon, ang utang ko sa inyo or ang ibabayad ko sa inyo ngayon is ang power ranking naman ng ating mga players according to their role. At kung makikita nyo sa screen natin ngayon, okay, may idea na kayo kung anong role ang ating napili. That is the core role or the jungler role, which is pinaka-iniikutan ng ating laro during the competition. So guys, by the way, sa ating content ngayon, pwede kayo mag-comment ng inyong mga insights or side comments sa mga sasabihin ng ate. At pwede nyo rin ako i-correct kung meron akong pagkakamali pagdating sa datos. By the way, ang aking power ranking according to the role or sa mga jungler natin ay nakadepende sa performance on the week 1 of MPL Season 7 and of course, personal opinion at ang data ng MPL Season 7 official website according to their games. Okay, so simulan natin guys. Ay, by the way guys, bago natin simulan, kung pwede lang ay huwag nyo kalimutan na i-like agad ang ating video or mamaya nyo na lang i-dislike kung ayaw yung content natin. Pero sana, like lang ang ating dito. At syempre, mag-subscribe na rin kayo sa ating channel dito sa Just ML. So, unang-una guys, kung mapapansin nyo, for my power tiering or power ranking for the team performances, ang aking doon is class S to class D. Dito for the jungler role, class S to class C lang. Kung kaya ko nga lang gawin na lahat sila nasa class S, bakit hindi? Kasi ang individual na kapasidad ng isang manlalaro, feeling ko ay pantay-pantay lang talaga. Nagkakatalo lang sa gameplay or strategy ng bawat na team. Pero syempre, kinonsider ko na nga rin dito ang performance nila sa mga nauna nilang laban. So, simulan natin guys ang ating power ranking para sa jungler role ni Ate Chantelle. So, unang-una sa lahat, class D, nandyan sa akin si Aspect. Si Janus at saka si Aspect. So, Janus of Signal Ultra, gaya ng sinabi natin, this is based on the MPL performance week 1. So, Janus guys, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, tinanggal po lahat ng laban ng Signal Ultra for the week 1 and the week 2 dahil po sa kadahilanan dahil po minarapat lamang ng MPL Season 7 management. Same goes with the Signal Ultra management. Natanggalin muna sila sa kompetisyon dahil na rin po sa health issues. So, they will be back on MPL Season 7. We don't know when, pero mas okay din yon para ma-settle muna nila ang kanilang mga kailangan iusin sa kanilang bootcamp. So, sa mga fans ng Signal Ultra and sa Signal Ultra team itself, hopefully makita natin ang kanilang performance on this MPL Season 7 ASAP. So, get well soon po sa mga players nila dyan. And eto na tayo. Moving forward guys, for class S, class C, I have Aspect. For Aspect guys, on their debut performance of LPE on MPL Season 7, he used Claude and Bruno. Meron siyang Claude and Bruno pick. So more on the marksman side. Side comment lang on game number 1, he has the tendency to actually be left on the gold. So if you are a core as much as possible, ayaw mo na ikaw naiiwan sa gold. So in case of LPE, during that time, is nahirapan sila na humabol pagdating sa gold, specifically kay Aspect, which is something that you don't want to happen. So, doon, nahihirapan sila doon. And, actually, congratulations pala sa LPE, by the way, for winning their first game on MPL Season 7. Actually, medyo maganda siya for Coach Panda. Kasi hindi masyadong nasa scout yung team nila. Parang discreet sila. Ang sabi ni Coach Panda sa bootcamp raid for MPL page is he want to win slowly but surely. Pwede nga i-check guys, yung sabi niya, he wants to win the game na walang regrets at yun yung best performance nila. For LPE, nakikita natin yun kasi they're not explosive to the point na yung pagiging explosive nila, napakahirap nilang i-scout. Hindi mo alam kung ano ba talaga yung certain strength ng LPE at hindi pa na ilalabas. So, it's all about the basics here for LPE, which is something na nakakatakot. So, Aspect here, pagka naggawa niya ng maayos, if he starts good in terms of the game, in terms of the farming, feeling ko, tataas ang ranking dito ni Aspect sa ating power ranking for the core role. Siyempre, this is the first time ever that he will be appearing for MPL Season 7 or for the MPL itself. So, medyo nandun pa, nangangapa pa dito sa tingin ko si Aspect. So, moving forward guys, let us move sa ating Class B. For the Class B, actually guys, same with my power ranking, these both core heroes or core players rather, or jungler players, sila din nga nasa Class B ko for my team tiering. So I have here Omega's Haji Z and Work Oster Forces Chu. So, bakit sila yung inilagay ko dito sa ating ranking? So, una sa lahat, simulan natin kay Haji Z. Take note that he is the 11th player for the gold per minute. So, ibig sabihin, yung na-accumulate niyang gold kada minuto. So, he is behind Edward and Rene J. And for the 2 games against Execration, the total KDA for Haji Z is 969. So, this is kind of mababa for a core, for a jungler. 9 kills, 6 deaths, and 9 assists. So, medyo, yun nga, mababa. Feeling ko, for Haji Z, he is still on the adjusting level. Since madami nga for sure na nagbago. Personal opinion for Omega, nabanggit ko, malaking kawalan si Coach Dill. But I'm not totally saying that ang baba ng performance ng Omega Esports because of Coach Dill's departure. Factor, yes. Kasi pwede na iba yung gameplay or game strategy ni Coach Wynot and ni Coach Dill. So, baka dun pa lang yung adjustment period ni Haji Z and the rest of the team in terms of the rotation. But anyways, Haji Z, we know him. He is a good player and he's been part of previous tournaments, international tournaments, specifically M2 wherein they are tagged as the Dark Horse. So, madali lang para sa kanya mag-adjust. Maybe week 3, week 4, tumaas ang ranking dito ni Haji Z. Maybe Class A or pwede Class S. Pwede Class S. So, moving forward, I have Chu here with me for Work Oster Force. And for Chu, kilala na natin siya. He has been part of the U-Level squad, even the Blue Fire. And actually, during that time, hindi siya yung pinaka-tinututukan na player. Diba? Hindi siya yung pinaka-inaabangan na player. It was basic for that certain period of time. Pero, even he is discreet on that season, isa siya sa mga nag-stand out sa kanyang role. Ang pinaka-naalala ko sa kanya is the Claude pick. Okay, and this time around for Work Oster Force, he is the jungler. And the goods ang kanyang performance. It's just that, ang side comic ko for Chu is medyo nagiging maasim siya. So, one specific example is yung nakabruno siya on their game for MPL Season 7 Week 1 wherein may tendency siya mag-front even if he has the support and the tank with him. When we say nagpa-front, usually kasi you have the triangle here. This is supposedly, paano ba natin paano ba ko ba i-explain sa inyo? Eto, supposedly, if you are a core, you want your position to be behind these 2 supports. So, this is the support 1 or this is the tank 1 and dito ka. Ang nangyayari kay Chu, siya yung napupunta sa gitna. Siya yung napupunta sa harap with the triangle formation. So, if you do this, when you are entering the territory or the rivers after the riverside ng kalaban nyo na team, medyo mahirap siya. And pwedeng makompromise ang inyong rotation kasi if you have someone on the enemy team that is on the bush na unang lalabas si Chu, easy gank, instant pick off for the enemy team. And for Chu, since yun yung consideration doon, if you are the core, lagi natin sinasabi, if si core ang unang mamatay, sayang yung let's say 13, maaga siya namatay, sayang yung 13 seconds, 10 seconds, napatay siya. Kasi yung golden, supposedly, na pwede nga i-accumulate is nasasayang. So, yun, ang kailangan i-work out ni Chu. And I think nagiging disadvantage for Chu as being the core is more on doon nga sa kanyang formation minsan. And I have to take note din na minsan, if there's a team fight, nakakalimutan ni Chu na ang kanyang mga katapat is ranged heroes. There was a time wherein he wanted to go inside or to be part of the team fight kasi nga lang nakalimutan niya na meron pang real world imagination dito si Eve. So instead of being part of the clash, he was rather assassinated here by the Eve of the enemy team. So true, individual performance wise, sobrang ganda. It's just that medyo nakakalimutan yung basics. So ayun for Chu, and as to why he is my second player or second jungler on the class B. Pero regardless, he's a good player, and makikita pa natin more ang kanyang performance sa paglawak pa ng pagtagal pa ng ating MPL Season 7. So next na guys, let us proceed with Class A. So Class A for me, excuse me, I have Hate, JP, wait, H2O, JP, and Hate. So, H2O no bias guys, hindi dahil madaming madaming supporter si NXP. We have to consider that for the longest time, H2O kasi, or NXP Solid to be specific, is heavily relying on the core, which is, or on the juggler, which is si H2O. I think majority of the achievements here of NXP Solid is si H2O ang pinakamalaking factor. Kasi there was a time for the previous seasons na as long as merong jungle or merong gold dito na nakuha at makakahabol si H2 in terms of the gold, kayang-kayang paraanan dito ng NXP Solid. And for this one, nakita natin on day 1 medyo nagstick sila on the Roger pick, pero nakita natin sa performance nila on day 2 or day 3 na kayang-kaya nilang talunin yung Brain Esports. So that is it for me for H2O, mainly because isa siya talaga sa backbone ng NXP Solid, and silent but deadly. Ayun na masasabi ko for H2O. Very discreet to the point na hindi mo maiisip na parang bigla makikita ng mga kalaban, oh, saan nakakuha ng gold si H2O? Sobrang taba ni H2O kahit rotate dito yung kalaban na team. So that is it for me for H2O on the Class A. And moving forward, I have JP. So si JP guys, the redemption is here. The redemption. Actually, same side comments for JP and Hate. Maybe because all respect goes to JP, from support to back to core again. Kasi for Just ML Cup, si JP was actually the support for Lord Hades. And may kita natin dito for MPL Season 7, sobrang ganda na performance nila. So, JP guys, actually walang explanation kay JP eh. Hindi siya magiging JP kung hindi siya si JP. Kung hindi ganun yung performance si JP. Okay? So, there's this certain vlog din na napanood ko. Isang pro player tinanong kung sinong, sa lahat ng players, sino yung pinaka nakuha yung respeto mo on the core role. And may isang sumagot na JP. So, JP, hindi ganun grabe yung spotlight niya. Actually, din siya, slowly but surely kind of a core. Pero, pag pumapasok siya, parang well calculated. Gets, parang alam niya na pag pumunta siya dito, mapapatay niya. So, that is it for me for JP on this game, or on this setting, Class A. Moving forward, eto, Hate. If we go back to my video, my previous power ranking, medyo mababa si Onyx. Kasi one thing I consider is that, sinabi ko na, imagine guys, if hindi si Kyrie yung core at si Hate yung maging core. So dito nakita natin for Onyx PH, they won against Brain Esports with having Hate as their core. So actually, he is the 4th at a gold per minute. Madami lang deaths though pagdating sa totality of the game. Pero Hate kasi, we loved Hate as being the core. Tapos ang nangyari dito, nagpahinga siya as support ni Kyrie, tapos back to the core role. So kumbaga dito, ang kay Hate, since naging support na siya, meron na din siyang mindset na kung paano niya iaano yung sarili niya, kung paano niya ipoposisyon na magiging madali para sa support niya. Actually, for Onyx PH, maiba lang. Ang naging performance nila dito is parang dalawa yung naging core nila eh. They have Kyrie and Hate. But anyways, for Hate, sobrang ganda na performance niya for this one, and we actually missed this kind of performance for Hate. Yung talagang slowly but surely, he has the Benedetta, he also used the Roger. So, very different from the previous tournaments with the hero pickings. Pero, ganun well adjusted. And ganun din kalalim yung hero pool ni Hate as to why he is part of my Class A sa ating power rankings for the jungler role. Moving forward, the last 3 players is I have KillVJ, I have Wise, and I also have Carl TZ. So, simulan natin dito kay Simulan natin kay KillVJ. KillVJ, if you look at the data of the MPL Season 7 or the MPL official website, if you look at the what do we call this, KDA grade, 12.50, si KillVJ, he is actually the highest. He is actually the highest for every individual player or every player that is part of the MPL Season 7. And it gives a lot of impression for KillVJ that he is totally 100% for the tournament. Why? Kasi the night before the MPL Season 7, alam naman natin guys na na-aksidente si KillVJ. So, ang kinagustuhan ko dito sa batang to is that na-aksidente na siya, pero ang mindset niya, nung shinare niya yung post ni Tita Marvy ng mama niya, gusto ko maglaro. So, ganun niya kagustong ipakita that the king is back this time around as the core of a certain team. So, di ba dati, offlane na kasi siya. So, ito yung kay KillVJ. And he is at 782 gold per minute. So, which is a very good thing. Napakalaki yan. And for the whole game against Omega Esports, 12 kills, 2 deaths, and 13 assists. So, wow, di ba? Out of that numbers, 2 beses lang siya namatay at napitas. And with the link performance, KillVJ is back, guys. The king is back in the core role. So, I have KillVJ, Class S, the determination is there. Walang masakit, walang masakit. Sabi nga ni Manjin on his cast, walang aksidente. The king is back. Okay, that is it for me for KillVJ onto this power ranking. Next in line, Wise. Si Wise, guys, literal from his name, parang throughout the MPL Season 7 or the totality of MPL, sa exposure niya sa MPL, it comes with the maturity. For Wise before, may kita natin na parang medyo nagkakamali siya with the decision making, parang nagkakaproblema in terms of the rotation kasi nung gustong i-target. Pero it's a different to Wise for me this season 7. With the help of Venus, grabe yung actually sa mga hindi nakakaalam, Wise is the highest, is the player with the highest gold per minute if you look at the data. So, that itself, it tells us a different story with this Wise. And Wise, siya eh, parang, di ba, sinasabi, there's a limit into Wise's hero pool. Pero ngayon, best of both worlds. Kaya niya na to, and if he picks this kind of hero, there is Venus to complement the hero that he picked. So, Blacklist International, sobrang init na lang ngayon. Same goes with their core or their jungler, which is si paring Wise. Eto naman, going back sa ating ranking, still holding on to this player, we have Carl TZ, the child prodigy of MPL, and the MVP of the season from the previous season, and the MVP for M2. He has made a statement for his name. He wouldn't be child prodigy without a reason. Yan nga lang, medyo nag-fell off short sila sa mga games na recently. Pero, ang pinangkakapitan ko kasi dito for Carl TZ is actually the third for the gold per minute. Ang lang dito is that hindi pa sila masyado nakapag-adjust, or maybe they are experimenting on their hero lineup. Kaya, yung medyo pangit yung performance ng Brand Esports. Pero, naniniwala ako guys na hindi nagbabago ang performance ng isang player overnight. Okay, so si Carl TZ, if given the right resources, if given the right draft, for sure magwawala ulit tong bata to. So, kinakapitan ko pa rin dito si Carl TZ as the Class S. Kasi iba ang mindset or iba ang gameplay ng someone na super exposed onto the tournaments and actually won the tournaments that he is exposed to. So that is it for me for our power rankings. So for Class C, I have Janus and Aspect. Class B, I have Haji, Z, and Chu. Class A, we have H2O, JP, and Hit. Class S, I have Kel, VJ, Wise, and Carl TZ. That is it para sa power rankings ni Ate Chantelle. Siyempre, before I made this power rankings, tinanong ko muna aking mga co-casters dito sa Just ML. So, makita natin ang power ranking ng mga jungler players natin dito. Pakita muna natin yung kay Papa Sayote. Okay, so yan yung kay Papa Sayote. Check nyo na lang din guys kung ano ang kanyang estado sa lagay ng ating mga jungler. And of course, I have with me is yung kay Daddy A din. So, ayan. Yung kay Daddy A guys. Check nyo na lang ang differences ng ating or ang aming mga rankings in terms of the core or the jungler players dito of the MPL Season 7 teams. Pero guys, by the way, nga pala, this is our second power ranking. Pwede nga i-comment guys kung sino or kung anong role ang next na gusto nyong gawa ni Ate Chantelle at ng mga iba nating casters. Meron din po tayong panibagong content, hinimay or inanalyze ni Papa Sayote ang game ng Bren Esports laban sa NXP. Kung bakit natalo ang Bren Esports, pwede nga i-check doon. And again guys, I would like to take this opportunity para i-promote na rin ang aking YouTube channel. Meron na po akong YouTube. Ang una kong content was in-interview natin ng Execration, sila Kiel, PJ, Rencho, Eto Max, at medyo may cameo talaga ni Chuck, no? So, pwedeng i-search Chantelle Official. Siyempre, aking mga Facebook, ang aking Facebook page, Chantelle, Caster Chantelle, at ang aking TikTok na rin, Caster Chantelle. Instagram, it's Ina Chantelle. So, ayan guys, again, huwag niyo kalimutan i-like at mag-subscribe sa ating Just ML channel para sa mga malulupitang content kasama ng ating mga ibang casters. So, comment down below ulit kung ano yung mga gusto nyong next na role na gawin natin ng power ranking. Sana may natutunan kayo at sana na-explain ko kahit paano kung bakit ito ang aking ranking for the jungler players. So, sana makita-kita tayo sa susunod na video ng Just ML. Salamat!